It's December 5th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a musical genius that died under suspicion, a nation rushes towards fortune, and a fog of death swallows a whole city. Let's begin. On December 5th, 1791, the world fell silent. It was the day that Wolfgang Mozart, the brilliant composer whose music seemed almost otherworldly, died at just 35 years old. Although history lists the cause as a simple fever, nothing about his final days felt simple. In the weeks leading up to his death, Mozart confided with his friends that he felt he was being followed. He told his wife that a stranger in black had approached him with a commission for a mass for the dead, but refused to reveal who it was for. Mozart became convinced he wasn't writing it for a patron at all, but himself. As his health collapsed, rumors spread throughout Vienna. Whispers of poison, theories of rival jealousy, and even speculations around the music's commission that was part of something darker. Some said Mozart worked himself into exhaustion. Others insisted he'd been silenced. What we know for sure is when Mozart died, the Requiem remained unfinished, frozen exactly where his quill last touched the page. A haunting musical, fragmented, suspended forever between genius and mystery. More than 2 centuries later, people still wonder, was Mozart's death truly natural, or was the final act of his life a story he never got to finish? On December 5th, 1848, a single message to Congress ignited one of the most chaotic, transformative episodes in American history. President James K. Polk stood before the nation and confirmed what had only been whispered in taverns, mining camps, and along frontier roads. There was gold in California, and not just a little. What Polk didn't mention was how strange the early reports had been. Miners spoke of nuggets laying openly in riverbeds as if something had pushed them to the surface. Entire hillsides shimmered after rainstorms, revealing veins no one had noticed the day before. Local officials quietly documented the unexplained deaths. Prospectors found collapsed beside untouched tools as if something had startled them in their final moments. His announcement spread faster than wildfire. Tens of thousands rushed west, abandoning farms, ships, and families. Yet many who arrived described an unsettling atmosphere in the gold fields. Long stretches of silence in the forest, where no birds sang, and at night, echoing booms in the mountains. The gold rush became a frenzy, but behind the fortune and fever was quite a mystery. Why had so much gold surfaced at once? What we do know is Polk's confirmation changed the world. On December 5th, 1952, London awoke to darkness no sunrise could break. What began as ordinary winter fog thickened with every passing hour, clinging to the streets, seeping into homes. But this was no natural mist. By midday, the city realized something far more sinister was unfolding. The Great Smog had begun. A cold front trapped London's coal smoke low to the ground, turning the air into a heavy, toxic curtain. People moved slowly through the streets, not guided by sight, but by sound. Footsteps echoed strangely, horses refused to move, and some reported hearing voices whispering only inches away. By evening, the visibility fell almost to zero. Buses stopped, even indoor theaters shut down. Audience couldn't see the stage from their seats. Hospitals filled with the choking and breathless, yet doctors could barely reach them. For 4 days, the smog held London hostage. And when it finally lifted, the truth settled in with chilling clarity. Thousands of souls were lost, victims of poisoned air, and a city unprepared for its own industrial shadow. The Ministry of Health later estimated 4,000 fatalities, but many experts believe the real number was far higher, lost to the fog and never recorded. The Great Smog became one of the most deadly environmental disasters in history, a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying forces don't strike with flame or thunder, but quietly drift on cold air you never think to fear. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.